Alright, it is time for On With The Show. I will not be able to record once I get past the gate in front of me, so yeah. Also, I dropped this camera and it looks like it's a crack right in the lens, so we'll see how this comes out. Okay, it is now 3 o'clock. My On With The Show Welcome to the Park orientation ended at 2:45, went from 10 to 2:45. We did have one break around 1 o'clock. And I did this thing 3 years ago, and I've never done it with guests in the park, for one, and for two, we went on the Great Movie Ride. And I wasn't allowed to take any photos on the Great Movie Ride, according to my orientation leader. But yep, we're just gonna do a couple things and then we're getting out of here. On my way over to Star Tours, passed by the Rider Stop, and here's the former Streets of America. It's just weird. Doesn't look like too much has happened. Star Wars Land.
Will the owner of the red and black Star Stuff land speeder, vehicle ID THX1138.
High five for being tall.
All passengers, please prepare for immediate boarding.
Yeah, so there's the exit to Star Tours, Tatooine Traders, and then right here is yet another wall promoting Star Wars Land, and yep, streets of New York. Still not doing anything. And here's Pizza Planet. I don't know if it's being refurbished or under construction. I know it's been like this for a couple months now. But, yeah, just another example of things that aren't really here now. Here's where Muppets exits out. Here's where Phineas and Ferb used to be. Let's have a brief moment of silence for Phineas and Ferb, guys. Thank you. And I got this whole side blocked off, so nothing else. Can't go past where the cars used to be. You guys can talk. We don't have a moment of silence for them. And yeah, we'll just do one more thing and we'll get out of here. Okay, so we got a rope here and a sign that tells me to, well, I guess it says do pull it. I mean, I often follow modified signs when it seems like there's danger involved, so let's pull this rope!
Oh no! Oh, blimey! Oh.
Alright, I thought I might record on that, but as soon as I sit down, no, that's not happening. Woo. Not losing my phone today. And real quick, when I was here in Spring 13, these little, what do you call them, stanchions? Yeah, these little stanchions in this queue area, this wasn't here, so it was the Lord of the Flies. Every night Hollywood Studios closed, and I missed a couple buses before, and I was so glad to see them when I came in fall 14. And now we have umbrellas, too, for shade on these benches. It's just good going. Good going. I approve. Come a long way, CP bus stop. Got some new white shoes, gonna go play. No, wait, scratch that, we got training today.
Are you sure you're not to glue up because you're put up more?
So may the Force be with us.
And thank you for playing Star Tours.
Please remain seated until the captain has opened the exit doors. You may then unlatch your safety restraints by pressing the release button on your left. Make sure you have all your personal belongings as you exit. Thank you for flying Star Tours. Bye-bye.
Okay, yes, I forgot my sunglasses. Yes, I'm wearing another football jersey. Yes, I am a little sunburnt. You ask very simple questions. So today was my first official day of park group training here at Disney's Hollywood Studios. We started at 8, met my trainer, we picked out my costume, which I might show you some other time. And then I was trained on how to use the front touch to enter. I don't know exactly how to call those things. How to use those. And we had some concerns about it, but we'll work on that on Saturday. And was also trained on how to properly have guests exit the park, because that's the thing. And we have concerns about that as well. But at least my trainer and I are on the same page, and we also came up with a great idea for a new Disney Resort section, which we will now tell no one. Oh, also I remember, there was a point where I was working at the exit, and a cast member was walking by, and he stops and he looks at me, and I know that he kind of knows me. And he comes up and he says, "Are you a transfer?" And I'm like, "Kind of." And he just couldn't put his finger on how he knew me, and then it clicked in my head. I'm like, "Did you teach traditions for Fall 2014? And he goes, "I did!" And he lit up, and it was my, Fall 2014 traditions instructor who, on my traditions video for Fall 2014, after we opened the box, and spoiler alert, there's mouse ears in there, he's the one who goes, "Oh my god, you got your Mickey ears!" So I thought that was crazy that he at least semi-remembered me. I mean, once I had to think about how do I know him, then it clicked in my head, but it was just crazy. And now I'm over at the end of where the backlot area used to be. So back that way is where Pixar Place ends. Here's the store that used to be the Frozen area for time being. And right there is where the wall is. That's where the wall starts. Yeah, this is just a little surreal. I mean, it's got Toy Story Land preview on it, but this area has always been like true Hollywood Studios to me. So it's just weird that it doesn't, I mean, it exists, but it doesn't exist anymore. There's the backlot tour. The Coke bottle thing was right in front of us. And yeah, Backlot Express closed. I mean, when I saw the walls yesterday for Streets of America, I mean, you could still see some of the streets over the walls, so it wasn't that big of an impact. But this is, I don't know, it's hitting me right in the feels. But yeah, we're gonna move away before I get a little more depressed. Here we go. Good morning, everybody. Yes, it is morning. We're running to the bus stop now. Okay, we're not running. We're briskly walking to catch the 5:50 bus. First bus of the day. Over to Hollywood Studios because I start at 7. Whew. Training day 2. I'm more awake than I thought I'd be. That's not saying a whole lot. Here we go. So I'm done with day 2 of training. Went from 7 a.m. to 3:30. That's 15:30 for those of you with military time. And I did a lot more work on the touch point. I had some issues with using the smartphones, but hopefully we've resolved them. But we'll see tomorrow. And let's do one ride and we're out of here. Who's there? Oh, I hope I just caught that.
You unlock this door with the key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension. A dimension of sound. A dimension of sight. A dimension of mind. You're moving into a land of both shadow and substance, of things and ideas. You just crossed over into the Twilight Zone.
A warm welcome back to those of you who made it, and a friendly word of warning. Something you won't find in any guidebook. The next time you check into a deserted hotel on the dark side of Hollywood, make sure you know just what kind of vacancy you're filling.
Alright, first tower ride of the CP. Don't know how much we're going to do though. Probably just check the bus schedule and get out of here. If it comes in like half an hour, I might do one more ride, but otherwise. Alright, it's starting to lighten up. It was raining pretty earlier. I'm starting to draft, but anyway, I got a closing shift tonight for training. It wasn't a training shift the other day, so I'll have my trainer next to me the whole time and he'll see how well I can do. I know today he's going to lose all sense of humor. But yep, it's short, just from 6 o'clock all the way to midnight, even though the park closes at 10, so kind of curious to see what we do afterwards. But yeah, let's go. My socks are soaked. Here we go. And here we are at the start of Sunset Boulevard because I'm going to show some of you what some of you might consider an important discovery in this shop. So here we go. Okay, so after you get past the candy section, you got the Wicked Witch over there. Got Maleficent over here. Let's go to the merchandise area. They have Tsum Tsums. I found them. Found them here, Hollywood Studios. Not at Disney Springs, but yep, there they are. Okay, popped in the Star and Rolls Cafe, just on the corner of Sunset and Hollywood next to Brown Derby. Got this turkey sandwich, which I haven't had in, I guess, 3 years now. And it comes with chips or fruit. I took chips. Thought I'd save a little money by not getting a soda, but still came out to around 11 bucks, so ooh. And apparently the first order is marching over there, but we can't see them. But yeah, gonna eat this real quick. Nom 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 nom. All right, it is just after midnight. Got done with my closing shift, last day of training, and then Tuesday's my assessment. Now here comes the TranStar bus. So let's get on it, ride it for 40 minutes, and maybe watch the last episode of Game of Thrones. All right, it is Tuesday. It is assessment day. Got my assessment from 8 to noon. There will be a quiz in the middle of it, 30-something questions, and that's the part that worries me the least. So. 8 to noon, and I've already been told my assessor is kind of tough on people, but we'll see. But if I pass it, then from noon to 4 I'm in rotation, so alright, let's go. Okay, it's raining. That's the thing. My assessment ended at 12, then I had to stay on until 4:30. Here's how an assessment works for Park Reader. You start the day with Touchpoint, then you do your written test, and then you work on Exit. I wasn't sure if we do rope drop, because sometimes we do rope drops, but no, that wasn't on the assessment. However, today I started with Touchpoint, and then they just put me on Exit while the managers and my assessor talked. My assessor, by the way, he was a nice guy, he was great. Oh, it's raining harder. I'm just gonna keep shouting then. Anyway, my assessor, he was a great guy. I don't know why everybody said he was hard on people. I mean, I could see how sometimes he's fair. I'll give him that. No, he was a nice guy. He even helped me out sometimes. But after discussing my assessment with the managers and my assessor, I won't be doing the role of Park Reader anymore. I'm going to be disapproved, just based on the touch points. I won't get into the specifics of it, just because, you know, company secrets, but there are things that, you know, even I had some concerns about, and it was at least refreshing to hear a manager have my back and understand that. And no, everyone's handling it very pleasantly, very well, and I mean, I shouldn't be too surprised, but this is going to work itself out eventually. I talked with the person in charge for accessibility and accommodations, and they're going to be looking for another role for me. So that's why y'all have been asking, what's my role, and I didn't want to go ahead and just tell you one without knowing for sure. And so yeah.